Inspirational story in English. There was once a young man named Daniel who lived in a quiet village surrounded by hills and forests. From a young age, Daniel had one big dream to climb the tallest mountain in the region, Mount Solara. This mountain stood high above everything else, covered in clouds, snow, and mystery. People in the village often said, "It's impossible, or no one can reach the top." But Daniel believed that one day he could. Every morning, Daniel would wake up early and stare at the mountain from his window. It looked so far away, so tall, and so impossible. But something in his heart whispered, "You were meant to reach the top." When he turned 20, he finally decided to try. He trained for months, running through the forest, lifting heavy stones, reading books about survival, and learning from older hikers. Some villagers laughed at him, others warned him not to go. Many have tried and failed, they said, but Daniel smiled and replied, "Even if I fail, I will be proud that I tried." Finally, on a cold morning, Daniel packed his bag and set off on the journey. At first, the climb was easy. The sun was shining and the path was clear. But as he went higher, the air grew colder and the road became steeper. He slipped on rocks, got cuts on his hands, and once even fell into freezing water, but he kept going. Every time he felt like giving up, he remembered the words in his heart, "You were meant to reach the top." After several days of climbing, Daniel reached a point where the snow was deep and the wind was strong. His legs were tired, his foot was low, and he could barely see the path ahead. For the first time, doubt entered his mind. Maybe they were right. Maybe I should go back. As he sat under a rock, cold and exhausted, he noticed something. A small flower was growing through the snow, bright, beautiful, and alive. It was a sign that life could exist even in the harshest places. Daniel smiled. "If this flower can survive here, so I can." With new strength, he stood up and continued. Step by step, breath by breath, he moved forward. On the seventh day, just as the sun began to rise, Daniel reached the top of Mount Solara. The sky was clear and the view was beyond anything he had imagined. He could see rivers, forests, valleys, and tiny village far below. He stood there in silence, tears in his eyes, not just because he made it, but because he believed in himself when no one else did. When he returned home, the villagers were shocked. They gathered around him and asked, "How did you do it? How did you climb the mountain?" Daniel looked at them and said simply, "I never stopped climbing." Moral of the story: success is not always about strength or talent. Sometimes it's about not giving up, even when things seem impossible. The road may be long and people may doubt you, but if you keep going step by step, you will reach places you never thought you could.